In December 2004, Celtic were actively considering redeveloping Barrowfield training ground and turning the area, which had served the club well for some 50 years, into a state-of-the-art training facility. Then an opportunity to move here to Lennoxtown presented itself. An opportunity, as things transpired, which was just too good to miss. After initial inspection in January 2005, Celtic moved to purchase part of this former hospital site on a conditional basis from the NHS in June of that year. Those conditions included that the 46.5 acres of land nestled at the foot of the Campsies was suitable for the type of facility Celtic had in mind, that the development was economically viable, and, as importantly, that the necessary planning permission and building warrants could be obtained. The site was investigated to ensure that it would be able to host the training complex and the full Celtic Academy in years to come. Surveys of topography, weather, drainage, traffic, noise, wildlife and environmental impacts were done, together with design work and cost planning. A major share issue was organized to raise the funding needed to proceed. The evaluation and design process took 9 months, and in March 2006, when the board was satisfied that the site was up to scratch and that planning permission was likely to be granted, they gave the green light to go ahead. In May 2006, the real work on site got underway. Following a design from the Miller Partnership, Malcolm Construction Services won the tender as main site contractors and appointed Campbell Construction Group as their building subcontractors. Celtic chairman Brian Quinn broke the ground on the 11th of May 2006 for the Celtic Football Club Training Centre, and the construction work would continue through until the 20th of September 2007, when the club would officially be given the keys, ready for the final fitting out. Through that process, the workmen drank 6,000 cups of tea and still found time to lay enough cable, ducting and wiring to stretch back to Celtic Park. They moved more than 100,000 cubic meters of material to form the pitches and built a fence which stretches 3,090 meters. They also installed 72 showers and 80 light switches which control over 200 lighting units, including floodlights and underwater lights. In addition to this, they built 3 natural grass pitches, one of which has undersoil heating, 1 floodlit full-size artificial pitch, a warm-up area made with natural grass, and a goalkeeper's training area. The main building houses an indoor hall, 7 changing areas, a hydro pool, a gymnasium, meeting rooms and media facilities, players' welfare areas, the kit and laundry facility, full medical and treatment facilities, and administration and office areas. Adjacent is the groundsman's compound, which houses the equipment required to maintain the land and the facility. The club worked closely from the off with both East Dunbartonshire Council and the local enterprise company Lennoxtown Initiative. They also developed great relationships with local people, and in a bid to maintain Celtic's initial raison d'etre, the club has strived to involve those local people both in the construction of the site and in the day-to-day running of the facility. This will hopefully go some way to fill the gap which was left by the closure of Lennox Castle Hospital over a decade ago. Celtic's development was eminently suitable to return a derelict brownfield site to a sustainable economic use. It's a use which sees enterprise come back to the area after recent setbacks. This training facility will soon host all of Celtic's professional teams, and there's still the option to utilize the remaining land for the development of further pitches and an academy building for junior teams. The club's endeavours and those of its contractors and professional team, led by project managers SRC over an intense 18-month period through one of the wettest winters on record, and finding a way to install key services to an isolated area have ensured that the capital investment of £8 million is money well spent. Celtic Football Club now have a facility which they can be proud of, and one which will continue to produce and develop fresh, new talent while nurturing the current squad under the control of Gordon Strachan in absolutely stunning surroundings.